You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From Los Angeles, California, and Maria Menounos, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. Spotlight On is a long-form interview series featuring actors and TV personalities. And now, from the world's number one TV after-show platform, this is AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a brand new Spotlight On. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. Sitting with me today is the amazing Derek Mears. I just got so excited. Welcome, Derek.
Hi, thanks for having me. I like the amazing part. It's very flattering.
You are amazing. You have been on so many different shows, so many different movies. You I've talked about it a bunch, that you're half your own face and half a monster in that man.
That's true. Yeah. I bounce to my normal face and doing monsters from time to time, which is a blast.
Which means that you're everywhere and people don't even know that you're everywhere.
That's the best thing, man. I love it. I did the Love Line interview with Dr. Drew years ago, and he was trying to figure me out, and he was like, "So, how do you feel like a lot of your career, like some of the people don't know who you are? Like, does that bother you?" I go, no, my job is to tell stories. I go, don't remember me, remember the characters I play. And he's like, all right, you're okay. So it was fun.
I think one of the characters that most people recognize you for, or know you for, not necessarily recognize you, is, of course, Jason.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series. Yeah, it's so crazy. I grew up being so afraid of Jason. I'm a huge horror fan myself, or just fanboy in general. And Jason's my favorite horror character. And it's so weird. As a child, I had so many nightmares about him. And now as an adult, it's weird because now it's my turn to give a whole new generation nightmares. So it's very psychologically strange.
Have you ever had a nightmare where it's you as Jason with the Jason that gave you nightmares as a child?
That's fantastic. No, but I probably will tonight. It would be fantastic.
Great. I want to talk about recently. You were on True Blood.
Yes. If you squint your eyes really hard, you would have missed me. But yes, I was. I did a couple episodes of True Blood.
You were in the season finale last season as an infected vampire, just as they approach Merlots.
Yes.
And then this season, you were like the most hated infected vampire in the season premiere.
Yeah.
Because you killed someone important.
Yeah, though it's not on camera, so technically we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. But yeah, I don't follow the series at all. I watched like the first two seasons, but Tara, we got in a little scuffle, and
she lost.
All I can say is there was a giant puddle afterwards. That sounds really sexual. That sounded really gross. There's vampire goo and a lot of blood. Nope, not getting any better.
No.
Yep, let's go. This interview smooth. So we got in a little fight, and now she's gone.
Oh.
Rumor has it that I may have hurt her really bad forever.
Well, the good news is that rumor has it that you're dead as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
So you said that you thought that you were going to die.
Well, we shot it that I did, and then they didn't show it. So I'm like, we're done shooting, so I don't know.
So they shot literally a death scene.
Yeah. For myself, getting murdered.
And then they didn't air it.
I didn't see it unless I blinked. I don't know. I'm not very important on True Blood. I'm just a day player. I'm just the hired gun. They're like, whatever. Hi, Derek. Bye. All right. See ya. Have a good time.
I disagree. I think you're one of the most important people. You killed Tara.
Oh, you're sweet. Did you notice my outfit, though? It was really fun. I kept looking in the mirror going, I'm dressed like Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, like if you put a little hair on me or whatever, a little groggly voice, and give me a crossbow, like I'm set. But I had that blood over my face. It was fantastic.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Go back and slow frame it.
Yeah.
With that quick blink, you'd be like, oh, there he is. Yeah.
You also were really sexually aggressive towards Sookie.
Yeah, I got a great line. It was her nasty place.
Yeah.
I was very happy to have that line. It was
really?
so gross. Yeah. So, I had a lot of fans message me on Twitter, on Facebook, and they're like, "You're so dirty." And I'm like, maybe.
Well, you had another line on a different show that I want to talk about, on Grimm, that wasn't supposed to be dirty, but in my mind it came out incredibly.
Which line is that?
You had one line that you kept saying.
Oh, the naughty line?
Yeah.
You've been naughty.
The way you say it just sounded so sexual.
That's so wrong. I think you're the first person to say that. That's fantastic.
I'm not the first person to think it. I know that for sure.
Well, anytime you say naughty, someone's going to be. Especially it's kind of creepy to get into my ice cream truck sort of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy also. They let me do my, I made a fun voice choice. Now they're doing what people would think it would do, and they let me play around with it, and I got to do that creepy voice that I made up. And then it was fun because afterwards the crew members were like, hey man, it's like Christmas time. Could you record some of your dialogue in our iPhones? I'm like, sure, whatever you want. So it was a blast. So
you've done all sorts of these horror, thriller genre shows.
Yeah, I bounce across the board. It's funny because the Jason role a lot of times, like, oh, you're a mask wearing guy, you're the horror guy. No, I'm actually a professionally trained actor. I do all kinds of stuff, but I'm not complaining whatsoever. But it's across the board. I'm very lucky. The years have been very kind to me. The phone keeps ringing. I keep working, and I love it, man. I love it.
Well, let's talk about how you got into acting. Right. I know you started in stunts.
No.
Nope. I was wrong.
Nope. Wrong. I grew up in Bakersfield, California, and I actually started doing improv comedy there. I got hired to do a professional improv team at the age of 17, which kind of blew my mind because I was so young. Going, wait, you guys are all older. You're gonna pay me to do comedy, which is hilarious because now my career I'm known for because I'm big and mean looking. I playing the heavy. I'm gonna punch you in the face and like rip your heart out type of guy. But I moved to LA to do acting and comedy, and my first big job was getting hired at Universal Studios' Wild West stunt show, the live show. And what they did there, they hired actors and cross-trained them to do stunts, and they hired stunt people and cross-trained them to act. And at the time, people are like, now they're, oh, you're like the football team hero, you're muscular and you fight. Oh, no. I was that nerd playing Dungeons and Dragons, reading comic books, loving vampires. Couldn't do a single pull-up. That was me. But when I moved here, I was an actor, and they cross-trained me to do the stunts for the show, and I had a physical aptitude. I would learn stuff really fast. I started becoming friends with a lot of the stunt guys, and I took a class on mythology and archetypes. And I went, wait a second, if I worked out, I could be like the big bad guy in TV and film. So I started training every martial arts style that I could, even more than I knew before then. Started eating right, and I started hanging out with stunt guys. They're going, hey, we're going to go learn air round or do work on fights. So you want to come with us? I'm like, sure. And so I started learning the skill set, and I started doing acting and stunts. I was acting the entire time. And now it's so wild. The career has been so wonderful. I still have the skill set with stunts, but I haven't technically done stunts for 8 years or so. They'll all get hired and go wait, you can fight? And we can throw you against the wall and you don't cry like a baby? So it's okay.
Well, even if you didn't know how to do stunts, if they threw you against a wall, you're like a big dude. I don't imagine you crying like a baby.
That's true.
Because I would throw you against a wall and we'll find out is what's going to happen.
We can do that.
We'll see if you
after this.
Yeah.
See what happens.
There will be a video later.
But yeah, I've always been an actor and doing comedy, and physical side is kind of an aspect of what I do. And I get that a lot. Going, oh, so you're a stunt guy? You switched? I'm like, nope, it's always been there, which is a blast.
That's amazing. So you can do your own stunts, and you do your own stunts.
Yes, I do, but it depends upon the politics with Hollywood. It depends upon where you are in on the hierarchy of the TV show or movie you're working on. Because if you're above the line and you're a big proponent of the story, if you actually get hurt, then the story shuts down, like Harrison Ford in the new Star Wars movie. If he gets hurt, you're screwed. So I will have a double from time to time, but a lot of times, the fight stuff, they let me go and do it, and it's fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
You were on season 1, and you're lucky enough that because you wear a lot of prosthetics, you could play as many characters as you want.
Yeah, I tell you, that's another lucky thing. The mindset's changing. A lot of times I would go in for jobs and or meetings with producers, and they go, hey, we need a big guy who can wear a mask. I'm going, I'm not the guy. And they're like, wait, no, this is a major motion picture. You're turning us down, right? No, because if that's your mindset, that's not me. I go, I'm a professional actor. And I go, if you want a big guy with a mask, go get a big guy with a mask. And And so now I think a lot of it because like people like Andy Serkis and like Doug Jones, who can do these different creatures and have body control as well as being a strong actor, they're kind of paving the way. And so they can understand where to put you. Go, oh, so you're like a bigger, like scary Andy Serkis or this or that. It's not comparing, but like a nice flattering comment.
Yeah.
Or you're like a modern Lon Chaney, like where we can actually, you can do different roles and we can cover your face up or whatever, and you can make them different, do different voices, different movements, and it's extremely flattering, and I'm happy that I don't have to fight so much anymore to go like, no, I'm actually like, hey dummy, put the suit on, go sweat over there, go roar. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
So you were 2 characters last season.
Yes. Originally, I did a guest star as the Gollum character for episode 109, and then afterwards they asked me if I wanted to do the Moloch character, which is the main white demon bad guy, and been doing that. And now I'm currently shooting. I'm in between episodes. I'm shooting the 2nd season. I'm doing Moloch and maybe some more characters at this time that I can't talk about at all because Fox will send giant thugs in to break my kneecaps.
I'd like to see thugs that are bigger than you.
There's a lot of guys out there that are bigger than me. Also, those aren't the guys you have to worry about. It's like when you go to like the bars or the clubs, whatever. Like the big intimidating bouncers that are like 290. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Those aren't the guys you watch out for. The little skinny, like bone thin Irish guy who's like 5'2", and like that's the guy you watch out for. That guy's crazy. So I'm not worried about big guys. Those little guys, like that's the guy.
So Fox has a little guy surrounded by big guys that's going to come after you?
A lot of tiny leprechauns who come to you and like, we're going to bet you up, you're going to fight, come on. I was more Scottish than Irish, see? I lied about being an actor.
So this season you're doing at least 2? I'm gonna probably
minimum right now 6 episodes.
Oh, I thought characters. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I don't know if people saw my
so
face.
Arrogant. Well, yeah. Let me tell you, minimum 6.
Yeah.
So there might be more. We're not that far along yet. No. So right now 2.
Okay. I know that you just keep getting flown back to North Carolina. Carolina of sorts.
One of the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Of the plethora to choose from.
And so you're really busy. So you're kind of a big deal next season, I'm assuming.
I've been working a lot. It's been great.
And what else do you have going on?
What else do I have going on? I have Dead Snow 2 as a film I did with Tommy Wirkola, who did Dead Snow 1. Mm-hmm. Also, we met on Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. He was the writer-director of that. It's a Nazi Zombies in the Snow movie. Oh. Very Evil Dead-ish, or Evil Dead 2, where it's sold only as a horror film, but it's actually a horror comedy. And to find somebody, like when I read the script, having someone who understands the balance between comedy and horror, which is like my wheelhouse, and I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. But I just saw a screening of it, and it comes out in theaters in October, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. Not because I'm a part of it, but speaking on behalf of horror fans, going like, guys, you're going to love this. It's over-the-top violent, over-the-top funny, and just it's brilliant. So I can't, like I said, I can always look at things objectively, like if I'm in it or not. I've been in things before, and people are like, oh my God, I'm a huge fan. I'm like, that's fantastic. I'm glad that you liked that. But I'm excited about that. I have a movie called Lost Time coming out with Luke Goss, which is soon. I don't know when that comes out, but very, very soon. What else? I forget what I'm doing. A bunch of other stuff. So it's been like a whirlwind. Lucky. Well,
you had mentioned a little bit before, and I know that you do this, and I know that you do this well. Improv. Let's talk about improv for a second.
I love it.
You have the most amazing show. Anyone in LA, you have to go to the show. I say that as someone who goes pretty much every Sunday night, 9 o'clock at sweet. Comedy Sports. I'm plugging it for you.
Thank you.
The Resistance at Comedy Sports, 9 o'clock Sundays. Let's talk about The Resistance.
I just got tingles. Look like if you can get that on camera, the tingles. That's so silly. No, it's honestly my passion right now. I love it. Like I said, I've been doing improv for the longest time. But the show we're doing, it's so much fun. What The Resistance is, it's a completely improvised action movie. It's about an hour long or so. We get all suggestions from the audience, but we have a bunch of different foam blocks on stage and different stunt pads. And so in the scenes, we build sets for each scenes. And it's not just comedy. We'll have a lot of dramatic moments because each of the 6 guys that do this are also a dramatic actor, so we'll bounce between doing comedy, doing serious scenes, and also we do our own stunts. So we completely improvise a fight scene. We'll use the audience for things. We'll play around and break the fourth wall. It's so creatively gratifying because, like, we'll also do like with different genres. Like if we get a genre like Western, for example, we'll do that night, and then we'll take it off the board, so we won't use it again for like a month or so. The best way to describe the show, because some people go, I don't understand that they can't visualize it. Here's an example, and people are going, wait, you completely made that up. We one of the nights we had like a cop buddy as a suggestion, and or cop buddy movie, and they're like, oh no, the villain's escaping in the helicopter, and there just happened to be like an 8-foot ladder on the side of the stage that night. So one of the guys, there's 6 of us, walks out, pops open the ladder. The villain walks on, steps up 2 rungs, pretends and mimes to buckle himself in, puts a mime helmet on, microphone, clicks this, grabs the joystick that's not there. Another guy runs up with a towel, the top part of the ladder, does this for the rotor. 2 other guys come on, pick it up, and start to slide it across stage, the entire ladder with the guy on it. The hero runs, stops, pretends there's like an edge of a building, and you see him really lost in a moment, like, how am I going to do this? Heroine comes on and goes, it's too far, you'll never make it. He's like, I've got to try. He backs up, races, full sprint, starts to go in slow motion. I come on. He does this. I press him over my head, and in slow motion, he's like, grabs onto the helicopter, pretends to dislocate his shoulder, and continues the fight scene. And people afterwards going like, wait a second. First of all, you told a complete story. Like the thing you mentioned like, in the first part, like 10 minutes of the show, you tied back in like an hour later. And that thing, like you've done that before, the helicopter, no, that's a lot of stuff that we do. It just kind of comes out. But the thing is that what I like about the group is there's no attitude, is that we want to have that life philosophy. We all have skills in different areas. No one's better than anybody else. And do whatever it is that you do and just try to move forward. And so we go like, look, we just want to entertain. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Nothing's planned. And so we talk about that everyone's so focused as an adult being the reason we're called the Resistance. Anyway, I'm getting too passionate. I'm talking fast. The reason we're called the Resistance is that everyone's so focused on being an adult and going to work and like worrying about money and being pretty and like, you know, being successful. Going like everyone's forgotten that it's okay to be a child, to come play, to pretend that the ground is lava, and to go, you know what? I'm going to goof around and act silly for 10 minutes. That it's okay. And so what we're going is that for this time, this hour that you're going to spend with us, forget all your worries in the world, come and just play. Whatever you do, like sometimes people will shout out stuff during the show, or we'll use audience members in the scenes, and it's creatively gratifying. I'm really blown away that at the very end, we don't think about it, just like a magic trick. Everything ties together. We have like just a story structure that pops out. Is just so much fun. So if you get a chance, it's 9 o'clock on Sunday nights at Comedy Sports. You can go to comedysportsla.com. Comedy Sports with a Z, because it was really funny in the 80s when it was invented.
It was not funny.
But it's fun though. And also we always hang out with everybody afterwards, where we'll do the shows and then we'll all go up the street to Cat and Fiddle and have drinks and socialize. And we love learning about other people and like going, oh, what do you do for living? Oh, you're a veterinarian. Tell me about your life. Like, what do you do? Like, I love it. So it's fun.
So where did the idea for the Resistance come from? I know there were just 4 of you in the beginning. Mm-hmm. How did you decide, you know what we should do is we should get on stage on Sundays and beat each other up? Yeah,
it was funny. Everyone has kind of the different versions of the story. Kurt Scholler, I've known since I was 17 doing improv. We're all from different places and different improv backgrounds, but we all have met doing Comedy Sports, but not all of us have done a show together. And we were talking about putting together a team that like are talented guys, but also humble, who don't buy into the Hollywood bull crap, you know, and going like, look, we just want to create and give people joy. And so we put the 4 persons together. We're trying to figure out what we wanted to do. We're talking about a podcast, or we had like different branches of things. And the idea for this action show came up, going like, we're all pretty fit. Like I got my background stunts. Like we could teach fighting. I go, what if we did this? And I mentioned about doing the different stunt pads in the show. I didn't find out until later on that the guys told me later. They're going like, Derek wants to use stunt pads in the show. Like, okay, we'll use them. Like, whatever. And I go, what? You question? Really? Like, you weren't on board for that? And then until later on, they used them in the show and they worked. And people were like, yeah, we didn't think they were going to work, but we trust you now. Like, what do you mean trust me now? You liars! Oh, I hate you guys so much. But they're my brothers, and it's a treat to do.
It's really just amazing to hear about, and I know firsthand how amazing the show is, and how great the team is and how you guys really do trust each other.
Yeah, I'm really excited because some of the stuff we want to do is like we're actually putting together pitches for a TV show right now. We've had a lot of industry people going. I'm going, look, I've never seen anything like this. Like I've seen improv, but I've never seen a narrative like this and what you guys are doing. And that's beyond flattering. But another thing we want to do is we want to start giving back. We think we're going to do like like once a month. We're going to choose a different school, like a high school or whatever, and go, look, we want to come to your school and do a show for free. But what you do is, because of the theater programs, there's no funding for theater programs anymore, and we think it's so important, for kids to play and explore that psychological side of their creative brains. And so we're going to go, we'll do a show for your school. You come out, you charge whatever you want, and you keep the proceeds for your theater program. So just a way, because a lot of us, are working in the industry as actors, and we just want to try to give back, and so that's what we want to start implementing.
That sounds amazing.
Just trying to be nice, We all started somewhere, and we did the same thing. That's another weird thing about this whole Hollywood acting stuff. Like when I was living in Bakersfield, I remember going to LA and seeing an improv show, and afterwards they did like a meet and greet, and I met one of the guys, and he was super nice, and I'm like, oh, my friend, but not, he was just saying hi after the show. And later on back in Bakersfield, I remember watching HBO, and I saw him do like a real small part on HBO, and I'm like, oh my God, my friend's in this movie, and I got so excited. It was like, so a part of me had a tie to that movie. Mm-hmm. And so what we try to do, we were talking about with the Resistance, is going like, just to kind of be like an open book, going like, look, we're all on this kind of crazy life journey that it could end at any time. We've taken the blue pill and jumped down the rabbit hole, and we're chasing, we're like Alice in Wonderland with the TV and film stuff. And so like, if we can meet as many people as possible and go and try to give them joy and have some sort of like connection, that we're sharing our experience, because it could end at any time, because Hollywood could like all of a sudden like, okay, you're not working anymore, thank you. So we want to invite as many people to go, hey, this is a crazy journey. We're very lucky to do what we do. We want to share it with you, and like, we'll be friends and be a part of it. So it's that trickle down effect, because that's the joy that I felt when I was younger, when I saw the show with the gentleman from LA.
That's so, I love full circle stories. Sorry.
A lot of times I feel like I'm rambling. I'm going, where am I in my story? Like, am I making sense at all? Like,
No, it was a full circle, and it was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank God.
Full circles, they're my favorite. Half circles, not so much.
No.
Absolutely not. So I know that you got into improv at 17,
Mm-hmm.
and what were you doing before, other than Dungeons and Dragons and being a nerd?
That's how I got into acting. Actually, it was funny because they got into doing Dungeons and Dragons, got me into
role-playing?
acting. Yeah, which is like so now I basically play professional D&D is what I do.
Yeah.
as an actor. Yeah, my mom was like, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I go, "I want to have fun and play with my friends, and I don't want to be rich or famous. Like I just want to make a living playing with my friends." And she's like, okay. But in school, I was like the different kid. I have a disorder called alopecia, so my hair falls out. That's basically what it is. Is my hair doesn't stay in my head, and it would fall out. And at the time, in Bakersfield, it wasn't cool to be white and bald. And if you were, either you had cancer or you were a skinhead. And I didn't have either. I'm not a racist. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not me. So I was kind of like quiet and shy, and I was a kid and I would tell like the jokes to people next to me or whatever. And I was in drama class, and so I went and did the show called Comedy Sports, or saw a show called Comedy Sports, which is it's very Whose Line Is It Anyways, where it's a short form competitive improv show. And I fell in love with it. I took a workshop they offered just to learn the games, and that's all there was for. And then I got offered at the end of it, going, look, we think you're funny. We want you to be on the main company. But the cool thing for myself is that it really broke me out of my shell. And that's why I'm behind a lot of this, like school and improv and whatnot, because I remember around my friends, I used to wear a hairpiece also, like a wig, because I wanted to fit in. I didn't want to be different. Like, I'm different. I don't want to be different. And when I would warm up for the Comedy Sports shows, I would not wear my wig at all. And one night before going on, I was about to go on and go, oh, I forgot. And I went over to my little stand with my hairpiece, and I was putting it on. And one of the girls that we performed with goes, why do you wear that? And I went, and no one's ever asked me that before. And I went, huh. And so I put it back down on the little stand. I got a bandana and put it on and went and did a show for 100 people, and I never wore it again. So it really kind of gave me that voice going like this, oh, everything's going to be okay. And it made me sink into what I was. And now it's been such a talk about full circle complete stories. a firm believer of the cliche that everything happens for a reason, because I was so, I want to fit in, I look different, I don't want to. Then coming to Hollywood, like that's kind of my look at the time was different. And that's the reason that I started working and playing the big bad guys, and it's actually a blessing in disguise. So it's a whole lesson about, like, for myself, about like owning whatever it is that you are, whatever makes you different. Like, step on that gas pedal. I try to tell younger actors that for when they talked about advice, whatever. Like, I had this one friend who, a gorgeous girl, had like a larger nose or whatnot. She's like, I'm thinking I'll get a nose. I go, no. It doesn't matter like what you like, whatever it is that you like. Step on the gas pedal. You look great. Like, that's what's gonna make. Why do you want to look like everybody else? And I go, that's so boring and ununique. Like, be you. Like, whatever it is that you do. You have a gap in your teeth, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too thin, you're too heavy. It doesn't matter. Like, own it. If you're as long as you're comfortable and you're healthy with it, fantastic.
What a beautiful speech.
We should get back to like doing. I should like be more like violent, and then I murder people and punch them in the faces.
Well, I love that you give advice to, because I know that you always talk to people about what they're doing and give your own knowledge from your own experiences, and I love that. And I want to know, what else is there that you think, like the one thing that people should hear that people don't hear? It's
gonna be okay. We all have the ups and downs, and I have this whole like life philosophy that I started taking on for myself. It's so crazy. But like, when different friends deal with different conflicts in life, every conflict as human beings, we're always like, it's the worst thing in the world. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I got a divorce, or, I can't pay my rent. I can't, or they're legitimate problems, and people stress out. But to add comfort to them, what I try to tell people, I go, look, here's the deal. I go, you're the hero in your own life movie or your own life story, and a story without conflict isn't a story worth telling. You're going to be whoever you want to be. Like, so if Indiana Jones has the idol and all of a sudden the giant boulder comes out of nowhere, at that time, all he can see is that giant boulder on top of him. And so, it's like you choose how you want to act, and going, this is bullcrap. I was trying to get this for the museum, and I'm going to go do cocaine, and I'm going to lose my mind. I don't give a shit. So if that's where you're comfortable, for the people who are watching your live movie, your friends, your family, yourself, there are people who are watching you and seeing what you're doing. Own to who you want to be or who you are. But as long as you press play and keep your movie moving forward, you're going to be okay. You're going to survive, and it might not be the way that you want it to be, but you're going to get past that boulder. But guess what? After that boulder, then there's going to be snakes, and then there's going to be Nazis, and then there's going to be sequels, because that's what life is, and that's what makes life exciting. How boring would life be if there were no hurdles, or if you watched a movie and nothing happened? And there was no conflict at all? It would be the worst. So if you look at it a different mindset to kind of embrace it, going, okay, ooh, like I went through like a personal, I'll share it. I went to a divorce a while back, and this is the part of the movie where I get kicked in the nuts, and everyone's like, oh, you're getting it bad. And I'm like, this sucks. Like, okay. And you stand up going, I'm not going to be mean and mad or bitter about it. You take it and move on, because this is going to make me better. I learn from it, and press play and make your movie move forward.
And you're past it. You're happy?
Oh, for sure. I'm so happy now. Everything. And that's the thing. Also, like, things could be, everything happens for a reason. Like, you go down one thing going, I don't want this. Oh, wait. If I didn't go this way, this bad thing didn't happen, then these 19 other good things on this side of that fork in the road, that would have never have happened. Mm-hmm. So at the time, you don't know why something's happening. So just flow is the best advice I have. So you're the hero in your own story or your own life movie. That's what I like to share. Like, hey, it's going to be okay, guys. I love that you relate things to nerdy culture. I'm such a nerd. You're such a nerd, and you're like huge in the horror nerddom. Yeah. And what is your like ultimate? I know you love Star Wars. Yeah, it's true. And you've clearly referenced Indiana Jones. Yeah. You've referenced a lot of things. What is your main fandom? I'm going to go with it. Oh my God, I don't know. I always say I'm a fan representing the fans. My main fandom, that's like saying what one food what one flavor do you ever want to taste again? Like, it's hard. I'm not saying what's your only fandom. No. Like, besides those, my favorite movie is Empire Strikes Back. I love it to death. But it's also interesting with movies, because there's always something like I like with close friends find out what their favorite movie is, because their movies are so subjective that there's something in that movie that ties to their own life story. Being that with TV and film we're telling modern myths. Like I love like Joseph Campbell and like the structure, like Journey of the Hero, A Hero of a Thousand Faces. Love it. So gosh, I don't know. Like I'm that nerd guy at home, like looking at the internet, going like, "Well, they cast Daniel Craig as Bond. Oh, he's no Sean Connery." And then once it comes out, I go, "He's my favorite Bond. I love Daniel Craig. Casino Royale is one of my favorite films. It's amazing." So I've learned to kind of back off that. And also, I've learned that like when people like or dislike a film, like I don't debate that. I go like, go for it. Like if you like something, you don't like something, we're all different.
There's no reason to debate something someone likes. That's silly.
Yeah, that's another weird thing. Also, like just like award shows, like a lot of people go, "Oh, Derek, as an actor, I bet you strive for like an Oscar, like someday." I go, no, I really don't, because it's weird. Like you're gonna rank art. Like this piece of art is better than that piece of art, and there's so many different factors involved that work together. Like I talk about working on TV and film jobs. Sometimes when I do interviews, I go, "Oh, you did this and you did that." You don't buy into the hype of crap for myself. But I go, "No, what you don't understand," I go, "it's such a team effort." And I go, each department of a movie, for example, you're trying together with a movie to make a rainbow. I'm just the color blue. Each different department is a different color, and we all come together to make this rainbow. You can't make a rainbow just with blue. So it's a big group effort. So it's weird for me for like the award shows that like this one is better than everybody else. Like, wait, what? How is that different than like yeah you did a great job, fantastic. Not knocking anybody's performances or skills, but it's strange to me.
So no Oscar in the future?
No, I do not. I will deny it. No. Got to me. They're going to play this clip later on. I'd like to thank everybody. Man, I've always loved awards. Awards are amazing. I knew it someday. Playing the game. I don't know.
But what is your goal? What's your next step?
You know what? I just want to keep, honestly, what I'm trying to do now, like with the Resistance and putting together the TV show, pitches and whatnot, I've been so fortunate career-wise. I'm so lucky. The one thing I love most about this industry, there's certain friends that are really beyond talented, despite whatever aspect of the medium they use. They're musicians or actors or directors or writers. And there's certain friends who haven't been discovered by the industry yet. And what I love more than anything else is when not seeing them, but when they're struggling, going like, "Man, just keep going. I've been there. I know what it's like." And then all of a sudden the industry's like, "Wait a second, these guys are amazing," and they blow up. That is like, I'm not trying to ride your coattails. I don't want anything from you. That makes me feel so good, because I know how hard you struggled and you didn't ask anybody for help. It just as an artist going, "I'm going to do this and I'm going to create. And if people like it, great. If not, I'm moving forward." I have so much respect for that, and that's what I love. And so for myself, what I've been trying to do is like certain friends, I would love to put a production together, and I don't even have to be in it. I just want to bring in the people that I think are right in the right areas and give them an opportunity and go, "I've been so lucky to live my dreams." I always say, if I were like to die today, I'm like, you know what? It's been an amazing run. I've got to travel around the world, meet so many interesting people, all walks of life, in different places, different struggles, and it's fascinating to me. And like I said, if it ends now, it's been great. But I want to give other people who I think are extremely talented that opportunity.
That's beautiful. I want to cry.
I'm not trying to be nice.
No, I just want to cry. That's just so beautiful.
I need someone. If you could bring somebody out here, I can punch them in the face and I could balance things out.
You could punch a TV. I mean, that would be.
That's another thing. Also, it's weird. I talk to people. It's weird because a lot of my characters that I play are horrible human beings or monsters, and they're murderous. And I'll meet fans like doing autograph signings or conventions or whatever. And like, "Oh, you're not. You don't seem like a lot like your characters." I go, "Oh no, you got to understand. As human beings, we have like an emotional keyboard. We all have those notes that we can play." I go, "Right now, I'm really happy. Like we're having a conversation, everything's great." And I go, "But we all have that bad side where you can flip." I go, like, if you have like someone that you love, like a friend, a parent, a sibling, a baby, even a pet, if someone walks in and like punches like your puppy, you would lose your mind. We all have that key going, "Oh, I know what key to play. That's that anger. I'm going to destroy you."
Yeah.
And I just, like, as myself, I go, I'm just attuned. I know I can switch between them myself. But we all have that in us going like, "Oh, you did what? What did you say to me?" So not that nice is what I'm trying to say. I can be an ass. I've been doing it. I say curse words.
I would like to see. I've seen lots of your interviews, and I would love to see you be a jerk in an interview.
All right,
Could you
let's
please?
do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
All right. So you go to cons a lot, which is awesome because you're an awesome nerd, and you meet a lot of really great fans. So what is it like meeting fans who are fans of yours? Awesome. This is the best. So when you meet a fan, what's the craziest fan story you've ever had?
1 second.
So that wraps us up.
The interview just fades out to that. Like,
so
that guy's
great.
an ass. It's Candy Crush. It's great. It's a fun game.
Wait, it's the worst.
I'm getting like jail style on this microphone now. I'm like someone's going to steal it. I'm like,
I always feel really protective of the microphone.
good. That's pretty good. Having a real good time.
But tell me about the fans a bit. Because you do have some crazy fans.
It's so crazy. Like majority of fans, super duper cool. Because I'm a fan myself. Like especially when you go to these conventions and do signings, which is so much fun to do. I love doing it because a lot of it is just kind of just giving back that positive energy. Because mindset, like myself on like Facebook or Twitter, I had a rock band that I was a fan of message me and go, hey, I'm a big fan. I'm like, oh my God, like a freaking idiot. And so I'm like, I don't think I'm anything special, but there are people who are a fan of my work, and if I can go out and say hi to people and give them that energy that I felt, it makes me feel great. But majority of fans are super cool, but every now and then there's some people, oh, you're out of your mind. Like, no, keep going. I call it like when I'm at a table, like doing a signing, I call it my social shark cage. I'm like, oh, no, you keep being wacky town, but you can't come past this table. I go, this is amazing. And just keep talking to me. I love it. But yeah, people are most of the time like really respectful. A lot of times also you communicate clearly. If someone starts getting weird, like, hey, can I get a vial of your blood? Can I bite you? Or you're like, I appreciate the affection, but right now that's not something that I feel comfortable with.
Have you been offered?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've had people. It's weird. I did this one con, and this one woman at one point. I took a picture with her, and she goes, she was much smaller than me. She goes, okay. I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, kneel down. And I go, I don't. What do you want me to kneel down for? She goes, so I can bite your neck. And I go, that's not gonna happen. And she's like, what? She's like, so you mean like you're gonna be like the only guy here that says no to me? You know, it's kind of my thing. And I go, well, it's kind of my thing not to be bit. So I don't know you. I go, so let's if we can do like a normal pitch. She's like, all right, just give me your arm. All right. Why? I'll just bite your wrist instead. I go, okay, here's the deal. Everything here on this body is not going to be bit whatsoever. So we can take a picture or we can move on. Then I started like, getting a little more like, you see like the switch, like the, all right, maybe you're not listening to me. Here's the deal. So I started getting that like.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I got a bad side. Like I'm very playful, but also, yeah, if someone messes, like, especially with my friends, like I'm that guy at the bar, like, we're all having a great time with the packs of people, and I've always had that hero complex. So that like a girl in our group, if she's open to guys flirting, fantastic, have a great time, woohoo. But if you're being a creepo and she said no, I get very Swayze Roadhouse. Like, hey, here's the deal. Like, she's really not interested. Like, you probably don't understand that you're giving out these vibes that are really making her uncomfortable. She's scared of you right now. And then if they like start to get more bravado, then you have a talk. But. But no, you try to be nice. But I had that protective quality of that tribe of friends going like, no, I'm with you, so I can switch.
Well,
I don't like to.
That's good to know.
There's no reason to. I don't like it, but
it's good to know that you're protective of your friends.
Yeah, I'm like
you can be terrifying.
I'm like a hairless Wookiee. And I've never called myself that before. So it's someone on the internet that's watching go, hairless Wookiee, what an idiot.
No, somebody's going to make a photo is what's going to happen. That's going to end up on Reddit. That's what you just did.
No, that's another thing. That's a weird thing. Is like you get like some people like do like photo compilations like, oh, I appreciate the affection. That's so great. I teased I've never met Matthew Lillard. But I had this like fan like do this crazy like photo compilation of different things I've been in or whatever of myself, which is really kind of bizarre. And I'm like, oh wow, this is weird. And I showed like a friend, like it's flattering, but that's wild. And then I clicked on her page, and then she then had pictures the same exact thing, but with Matthew Lillard. I'm like, what's the? And so I had a mutual friend who knew Matthew. I'm like, hey, can you talk to your friend? And I go, what's up with him poaching fans? Like I'm pretty sure she made my collage first. So So you let that guy know. And he was my mutual friends just laughing. And he told him Matt was giggling, going, "That's fantastic."
You guys should take a picture together and send it to this
Oh my
fan.
God, that would be amazing. What if we did when we just go to like her Facebook or whatever and take all her pictures and do it and have us both like.
She would be so happy.
That would be fun. That's a great idea, actually. That'd be pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Also, I try to run I run my own Facebook and Twitter. I don't have a manager doing it at all because I want to keep that line open. I usually try to get back to most people when I have time, whatever. If someone asks me a question, but also sometimes you have to draw that line where you're trying to figure out, going like, if I say hi to you, are you going to be a crazy person and try to crawl inside my chest and sleep there for 4 days? Because I'm not comfortable with that. But yeah, it's a crazy lifestyle, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, next week, speaking of cons, is Comic-Con
Yes.
San Diego. You going?
I am not. I am back in North Carolina shooting.
Back in the
but-
Carolinas.
Yeah, but it's fun because I'm like Sleepy Hollow. The rest of the cast was going to go there and do some Comic-Con stuff. And by the way, on Sleepy Hollow, if you haven't watched it, or if you know Tom, the lead who plays Ichabod Crane, I try to tell all the people, like, if you're a fan of Ichabod and his performance, be a fan of Tom, because I don't think I've met a more down-to-earth, humble, talented, and sweetheart of a human being. Like, he just radiates sunshine. I'm like, you are like, will you stop being so nice? Like, I adore that guy. He's such a good guy.
Well, tell me about the rest of the cast.
I hate them.
He's the only good guy. Everybody else is
No.
D-bags.
There are really good people on the show. That's one of the reasons I said yes to the show, is because the people there are really, really dynamite. But Tom is above and beyond. Like, I was trying to actually pitch, being I'm a comic book nerd and whatnot, when they talked about the Doctor Strange movie moving forward. And I'm like, hey, do you know who would be a great Doctor Strange? Tom Mison would be a great Strange, because he's got the look, the brush, he's got the intelligence, but also very quirky. I'm like, oh, he'd be great. So, but then Tom made a joke. I tweeted about it or whatever. Then Tom messaged me making a joke. He's like, oh, it's so nice. It means the world. He's like, I also love that you started the hashtag Mison is strange. Which I didn't do. That was Tom making jokes because he's pretty witty.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a sweetheart. Be a fan. If you're a fan and watch the show, watch it because of Tom. He's a good guy.
Well, I think we got to wrap it up. So
I don't want to go. I'm having a
well,
good
you can
time.
live here.
No. What?
if you want. You can just live in the studio.
Could I be a reoccurring on your show?
Yeah.
It'd be weird. Just pop out different interviews and like, hey guys, what are you talking about? You guys want to talk about me? No? Okay. Just float away.
You're kind of way too big to do that in here.
I can float.
No, I meant to hide under the table.
good point.
I believe
That's
you can.
small.
I believe you can float.
Thank you.
Believe that.
Thank you.
But why don't you tell the people at home where they can find you on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff?
Cool. Yeah, I have my own Twitter page, which is my name, Derek Mears, at Twitter. I know it sounds douchey. I have my Facebook is the official Derek Mears fan page. I run it. It sounds horrible saying that. But,
No, you have an official fan page.
I know. I got one of those. It's
really douchey.
But yeah, those are the two main things that I do, and I try to keep in contact. And if someone has a question, I'll just try to get back to them as much as I can. And yeah, I post stuff about the Resistance. Also, we have the Resistance page, which is like Resistance Comedy on Facebook, and also Resist Comedy on Twitter. We don't really follow much on that. We should do more, I guess.
I agree.
But we was kind of like, oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, you guys should do that. Yeah. And where can people see you next, aside from the Resistance every Sunday?
Oh, geez. You mean like on TV shows and stuff? That's a good question. I was just on True Blood this week. I don't know.
Don't know?
Go to IMDb. I feel like I've been, like I said before the interview, I felt really bad that I've been doing so much stuff. Like, so what's new? I'm like, I just had a movie called Compound Fracture come out, where it's my giant face on the cover. It's me and Tyler Mane. And I'm so thrilled. It's been getting like fantastic reviews. It's an independent film, a horror movie, but it's really well done and it's really layered on the plot. And it got like 91% like on Rotten Tomatoes, and like it's got like I forget how many stars, like 8 or 9 stars on Amazon. So I'm thrilled, not because I'm just an actor in it, but my friend Tyler, who is the star, he also his wife wrote it and is starring in it as well. But so many people talk about making their own productions and they never do. He's like, this is what I want to do. I want to do my own production company and do this and that. I'm like, sure, good luck. And he did it, and he asked me to be his main bad guy, and it's been going great. So happy.
Awesome. So that's available.
Yeah, all over the place. The video on demand, Amazon,
Awesome.
iTunes, everywhere.
Great.
Walmart. It's weird seeing your face on covers on Walmart.
I disagree. I think that's the dream right there.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Awesome. And you can find me online at yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. And you can there find information about Siren's Boudoir, the beautiful stylings. Yeah.
Magic.
You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. Thanks for joining us.
That's an avalanche of social media. I love that. Holy crap. Thank you very much for having me. I had a delightful time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.